Welcome to another crafting video. This video is exciting because I had an idea for this video to do my very first self-designed, self-printed, self-sliced project with Blender. And so I'm like really pumped because this is the very first one. This is the first one that I've ever done myself, doing like all of the printer settings. I'm doing everything myself. So very exciting. What are we going to be making? I want to keep it simple. I don't want to do anything really complicated with tons of complicated angles. So we are literally going to just be making some goggles. And you might be like, goggles? What? Well, originally I wanted to make steampunk goggles, but then I thought I would have a lot more fun making goggles that a character has worn. So the first person that I thought of is Entrapta from She-Ra. And here's a picture of Entrapta wearing her goggles. So basically all I'm going to be printing is the circles that go, right there. Then they poke out a little bit. Everything else is going to be made from other materials. We are just designing some circles. So it should be simple and I should be able to do it. Without wasting much more of your time, let's get straight into the video. So I've actually been following the tutorials of this guy named Grant Abbott, and those tutorials are what helped me feel confident enough to make this project. So I was just really excited. But here we've just got a cylinder and I resize it, and then I do like little edges, I make it smaller, and then I forgot how to remove a face. So that was what I was trying to do. And yeah, you just delete it. It's so simple. And then I had to select all of those edges so that I could connect them in the middle. I had to try it twice because I messed up. And then just copy and paste this ring. And there we go. There's the goggle rings. When I brought it into the slicing program, it was so tiny. Look at them. They're so tiny. Oh my gosh, it's really cute. And I had to size them up. It took forever. Yeah, I actually cut a lot of the footage out of me sizing it up. So you guys get to enjoy this painful footage here. Okay, now we're rotating it 90 degrees so it lays flat. And there I am leveling my bed. I spent quite a bit of time doing that. I just wanted to make sure it was good. And here it is printing. And let me tell you, if you print a circle, it sings a cute little song. I highly recommend. It's adorable. Apparently people make 3D models just to play certain songs. So that is super cool. We'll definitely be trying that later. The print is finished and it came out exactly as I was hoping, which is just 2 circles. But I am very proud of these 2 circles because I made them in Blender and I did all the leveling for the printer and I did all the settings for the slicing and it worked and it looks good. Now the only thing that I will say, I'm going to show you close up. On this one, there's these little supports down here on the bottom. And at first I was like, what are those? And then I remembered that when I was slicing, I noticed that it looked like it wasn't completely flat to the bed in like the preview, even though I had rotated it 90 degrees. It should have been flat, but it wasn't. So basically that just means that my 3D model wasn't completely lined up. So it is time to scrape them off. Oh, I don't even need to scrape. They just came off. Y'all should know, I'm drinking coffee, which means I'm talking to you during coffee time, which is kind of a big deal. So you could say things are getting pretty serious. But next, we need to sand these, and we're just gonna sand lightly. And then we're going to paint it with this surface primer. There we go, this. And then we're gonna paint the real color on top of that. the next thing that we're gonna do is try and make the piece that goes underneath the circles and around her face. I've noticed too that it seems pretty sturdy, but maybe more like leather. So I have some faux leather. Let me show you. But it's black. And Entrapta's goggles are very, very dark purple. So I mixed up this fabric paint and I painted it on a little tiny test piece of the faux leather, and yeah, you can't tell at all. We're just gonna do the faux leather. All right, so this is try number, I think, 4. All right, this is finally starting to look right. So let's put the little circle on and see how it looks with the circle. Okay, so my inner circle on the faux leather is actually a little bit too small, but I think I'm gonna trim that with an X-Acto knife. Let me see if I can put them both on at the same time and see how they'll look. Okay, I think it looks exactly as I was hoping, but maybe, no, I think that's right. I think that's right. Okay. All right, so I need pink lenses or pinky purple lenses, and the only material I have is this old binder. So it is a little bit cloudy, a little bit hard to see through, but that's okay. So we're gonna make the circles out of this. I can hear the screams of all the seamstresses as I use my fabric scissors to cut this heavy-duty plastic. There's the goggles. That's what they look like. The thing that's not good about them is that I actually cannot see. I actually can't see. This plastic that I chose is the right color, but it's opaque. It's hard to see through. So I can only see like the very bright ring light, and I really can't see anything else. These goggles are definitely a prototype. Something else that I wasn't a huge fan of is that they look very far apart in the middle, and I narrowed this. Like it is as narrow as I thought I could get it, so that it would sit on my face, you know. But I think it still needs to be maybe narrower. Like, you see how when I push in, it looks more accurate? Maybe it would have been better if I had 3D printed the leather piece as well, and this was all one piece that was hard and just sat in an arch shape across my face. That might have been better. But I was a little bit nervous to try to design something that complicated, so I didn't. I will be doing more goggles. I think that they're a fun thing to make. I am extremely proud of myself for designing circles and printing them. I know that's like, circles are so simple, but I am proud of this. I did it by myself. So, and it came out exactly as I designed it. So, I mean, there's that. As a first project, I think that this was really fun, and here's a side-by-side so that you guys can see. I do kind of look like Entrapta. A little, like, you know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, any recommendations or suggestions you might have. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.